Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Uh, as you can see, not many people like to see Messi winning. We can't help it, but today we are going to talk about the latest World Cup
Yep.
exciting news. And before that, why why are you dressed like that? I don't get it.
Okay. So you know how we pretty much concluded that Messi is the GOAT, right? I'm gonna take it
Of
a level
course,
further. Since Messi is like a god now, I'm gonna start a religion, and actually, I'm ready to draft people into our religion. We'll draft them and give them these Messi caps too. You can join us. Uh, you know what? To You need to be honored enough to wear that. I'm not sure if I'm on that level yet, but yeah, we're ready to draft people.
I mean
And
you're creating the religion, so I think you deserve
no,
the
but
right.
yeah, I do. But we also got some Messi bottles, you know. Basically, it's all about Messi. Uh, Man, you can just notice it's just pent up years of just waiting for Messi to win a World Cup so that we can be
Yeah, clearly.
absolutely insufferable. But hey, we deserve this moment. And of course, guys, if you want to join this cult, comment below. You can put hashtag Bobo, that is BOBO, and we'll let you join the cult.
You
And
can
we'll give you this sign number 10 hat, which we will promise that we'll give you and won't give you at the end because you are a Bobo if you join us.
Yo,
So,
I legit
yeah.
feel like some scamming YouTuber trying to promote some ad.
419, 419.
Not everyone's gonna get that.
Yeah, and if you get that, we like you.
That's all.
But
But yeah,
you know
today
what?
we're
Yeah,
not only gonna talk about Messi, right? It's not
of
only about
course,
Messi.
of course.
It's the whole amazing World Cup. This is one of the
Yep.
best tournaments we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And the amount of teams that came through, but no one expected them to. It's just unreal.
This World Cup just showed that apart from a few stats, which like usually show a lot of impact, sometimes statistics just goes out the window and like things just happen. And I think a lot of this World Cup was just magical, and its end was the most magical thing, of course. So I think it had like the most like fittest ending or whatever.
Yeah, I think we can first see the group stages.
Yeah.
The groups were pretty interesting. Wait,
Yo, the
let me quickly
madness that
look it up.
happened from the start is
Yeah,
actually a bit jokes on this World Cup.
I think the
Uh,
first main thing was that France broke the curse of
yeah,
the previous
actually,
winning
yeah.
team, making it out of the
Yep.
group stage.
Yeah. Making it out of the group stage, making it to the semis was a record breaker, and making it to the finals. Yo,
They almost
they were
won.
so sick.
They almost won.
They almost won. They almost repeated,
Ah,
which hasn't been done in so long. Actually, if any country had a chance to repeat, I feel like if it was France.
it was this France, this amazing squad. The
Yeah, it
amount
was
of
the
tricks up their
Mbappe.
sleeve was just unreal.
Yeah,
Till
yeah.
the end, they just kept going. These
But
guys.
I'm gonna still call out Saliba not playing enough minutes, Varane being picked over someone
Yeah.
like Konate or whatever.
But you can't deny Varane is still gonna perform at the stage, right?
See, he's gonna perform good for France. He's gonna play good. I know all that, but like,
I know Manu
bro,
has been shitting a lot
yeah,
lately.
yep. I know a lot of club performances might not correlate to what you do internationally, bro, but it's obviously gonna have an impact. It's like me telling you to come and put in a 10 on 10 performance when weekly you've just been a solid 5.5. Like, what do you want? Why would I expect that?
No, but
It's
at
just
the
a
end,
bit
it also
nuts.
depends on the system, right? The one France were using is perfect for Varane, I feel.
Yeah.
Even though they conceded a lot against Argentina.
Also, playing
Overall,
club football and Argentina is Argentina. Sorry,
yeah,
playing club football and
France.
international is different because this is results based, and a lot of club teams are much better than national teams because they're just constructed with different people and just to fit a style. This one, unless you're Man United, of course, they don't care about style. If you are a name, they might just sign you or whatever. But yeah, I like the France team. As I said, I've always maintained that I wanted Argentina to win this World Cup at any cost. And then apart from Argentina, of course, the teams which I actually like are England, France, and Brazil, or any other basically teams which Arsenal players play for. Apart from England, of course, that's the team.
Yeah,
But
same.
it is what it is, though, because I feel like everyone except Qatar, I must say everyone had one game where they really, showed up and like they were like, we deserve to be at this World Cup. As every team
The
had their
any
one
in
game
that,
at least.
the any in that, except Qatar.
Yeah, except Qatar, because bro,
That's
being
kind
a
of
host
sad.
nation, the way they performed is it's just a bit
Yeah,
like
but
sad because
are they the
it's
only
just,
team that lost all three games? I think even
yeah, I think so.
Canada. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
no, even Canada lost all three games,
No,
but
but like,
of course not as bad as Qatar.
yeah, because Canada had a chance and like Davies missed a penalty and everything.
Yeah,
but but Canada making it to the World Cup also was like a good story for them. But this time,
that's
obviously,
progress.
we didn't have Italy, we didn't have Nigeria, but it
Yeah.
was just like, but would they have done anything? No, because we saw Argentina absolutely smash Italy to pieces in that Euros
Friendly.
versus Copa America. No, it
Oh yeah,
had a
that
trophy
was
involved too, right?
the
Finalissima, I
finalissima.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
there you go.
that was
It's so
friendly.
forgettable, bro. I think it was the first time as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, let me get rid of the blazer real quick because it's just for the intro joke, guys. I'm not gonna wear a blazer throughout the podcast. Back, not in the blazer anymore because I know Bangalore weather is like cold and all, but I'm now wearing a whole blazer for the recording.
Yep,
So yeah,
that's a bad idea.
yep,
But
yep,
yeah,
yep.
talking
It
about
is.
the group stage teams, I was really hoping for. I was rooting for Spain and Argentina mainly.
Yeah,
Spain, the way they just played against Morocco, it
I
was
mean,
it was pretty much a repeat of last World Cup. Where
yep,
they just had a pointless possession,
yeah.
not doing shit. It was
I
painful to
feel like,
watch.
as I say, like modern football, a lot of people say like you don't need a pure number nine, bro. I'm like, would you have a number nine? Would you not have a number nine? Because like, if no one's finishing, what do you want? You want a number nine only, right?
Yeah,
Like these guys, I just
but what I think is it's not about having a pure number nine. It's about not having a consistent scorer itself. You
yeah.
see, all of those starting forwards, they don't even play properly for. They don't even start for their club teams. Asensio hardly plays,
I
and
don't see him.
Ferran, of course, we know his scene. He has a meme of not the only forward who can't finish. He's like the
Yeah.
Ben Simmons of football currently.
Oh no.
I'm a
Man
Barcelona
said
fan. Don't get me
Ben.
wrong. I'm a Barcelona fan, but I have to say this. He has
Oh,
missed a lot
that's
of
low-key
chances.
why. I mean, I get it though. They both have good things that they can do, but the things that
Yeah,
you want them to do, they don't. Fair, bro. Because that I like, we have this arc thing of with transfers. Like people say, it's like, oh, when a new signing comes in, if he doesn't score, we go give him time, give him time, give him time, and then
yeah.
throughout the season, you just notice like, okay, it's at crunch time where we need him to score. He's not really producing goals, and then we are like, okay, but he's putting in effort, he's pressing, and then you get to this arc where you tell them, oh, they're making good runs, they're making creating space for
Yeah,
others, which is
exactly. All the
tactically
signs
true.
except the end product. All the signs
Yeah,
except end
which
product.
which is, see, essentially it is true, okay, because they are making runs, which is making like space for others or whatever. But I'm like, bro, just score. We want you to
At
score.
some point, you have to score and
You're a
assist.
forward. You have to score. So I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Oh,
yeah,
bro.
it was a huge disappointment
With
with
Ferran
Spain.
Torres, I feel like I think, in that January transfer window of the previous year January, I think Arsenal. were interested in him, Barca could have really made some money back, even though like they spent mad on it. Barca could have made some money back and sold him. I feel like he would have fit the Arsenal mold back then. That time, like somewhat, he would have fit that mold, I guess. And Barca could have made some money back, but obviously, it also makes sense to keep him because not like he's a bum or anything. He has things he
He
can
has
do.
potential.
Yeah, and like with the Spanish players, a lot of them I don't want to write off because throughout the positions, you've seen Spanish forwards change position, and then some of them can become midfielders. They can play well in that role. Because remember how Moreno used to switch from right mid to up front sometimes. So I was like, okay, maybe
Yeah,
he can make that transition. But I feel like Ferran Torres' best ever position, what I saw from him at Valencia and everything, is pretty much on the flanks itself, maybe on the right side more than the left side.
it's kind
But
of
I don't
weird.
know,
He
bro.
plays on the half space more. I
Yeah.
think that's his best position. But he's also not a interior midfielder, like what
Yeah,
to
he
say. He's
doesn't
not a
have the, I don't
KDB or
think he can
something.
hold the ball as much like in as much as you'd want a midfielder to
Yeah.
do. But hey,
His skill
maybe
sets
you
are very
can.
weird at the end. It doesn't fit into
Yeah,
one
I
proper
don't
position.
understand what I don't see a team where I'm like, if you go there, you do a madness, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, because you still expect him to do. I was like when he joined Barca, I'm like, this is perfect because like they keep getting injuries in forward positions. Maybe he can, provide versatility or whatever. And then you see him come here and do niche for so long. I'm like, okay. At least if he can score a few more goals, it would be nice. But right now, I don't
Yeah.
know. He's pretty much, but I'd say he's still a good bench piece, though. I mean, you at least that is there.
He's a good backup. But the reason Barca signed what I feel is for the end product, for the
Yeah.
goals on the wings.
He's
And
coming from a team where everything he did was end product.
yeah, the reason Pep agreed to sell him was because he wasn't giving that end product which he's expecting from his
Yep.
wingers. And now obviously he has better wingers than
Oh,
Ferran.
City are the biggest cappers as well. Everyone's seen that meme of we cannot replace him, and then replaces him
Oh,
with Alvarez and Haaland. So City, but
yeah.
bro, you have to give them credit, because like to not fail on those signings is also a
Hmm.
madness because we've seen multiple clubs just fail on signings with the money, like Liverpool spending on Keita and all.
Yeah,
Obviously, you're
exactly.
not expecting people to be bums, but you're not like you're hitting every single time.
There
So
are
yeah,
people who will be like, Man City is good because they're just rich. They get a lot of transfer money. But you
it's
have to
not
make the right
wrong, but you have to
transfers.
use the money though.
Yeah.
Man
You
United
can't
are the
just buy
richest club
random
in England.
players.
Man
Yeah,
United are the richest club in England.
exactly. That
Hell are
also.
they doing?
What are they doing? They just sold
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
They didn't
Okay,
sold Ronaldo.
they
They didn't sell Ronaldo.
forcefully
They just tore his contract.
stopped. Yeah.
They tore his contract. And again, like, see, also like with Ronaldo, bro, the last 2 months has been just so cancer. I feel like it's just a career tank, bro. Like a lot of things is just going so wrong for him. And people say that Messi winning the World Cup also is one of the things which goes wrong for Ronaldo. I'm like, that's dumb. They're two separate people. Say
Yeah.
Portugal not winning the World Cup is bad for Ronaldo. Why is Messi not? As I said, this GOAT argument was closed in
Last
2021
year
when
when
Messi won
Messi won
the Copa
Copa.
America. Yeah, that's when the GOAT argument closed for me. And I was like, it's over because I damn sure knew that Portugal were not going to win this World Cup. And even when they played good or whatever, I was like, yo, this is not a true reflection of this team because I know inside they're a bit dead.
Yeah,
And
especially after that interview shit. Just
yeah.
the players just don't feel
Also, I
comfortable.
don't
And
get why Rafa layout doesn't start for Portugal, bro. It just pisses me off every time I see it.
who was the one starting and stuff?
Ramos, I mean, at the start Ronaldo and then Ramos was
Okay,
start.
okay.
I am not saying Ramos is a bad player or anything, but have you seen Rafa Leo play over the last season? Like,
He's pretty good.
yeah, and
He's
he's
like a
always
meta
smiling as
FIFA
well.
striker. He's a
Yeah,
guy who'll just get you
he
goals
is.
on FIFA.
He is. And bro. I feel like having those, I feel like, see, having Ronaldo ultimately like a player who's that old, who's just a goal scorer and won't contribute much apart from goal scoring. When he's not really scoring, he's not doing anything. Ronaldo basically was the Draymond Green of the Portuguese national team. Yo, we have mad comps this time, Draymond, Ben Simmons, but see, Ronaldo will come in there, have a good game, and then whenever Ronaldo has a good game, he gets the most credit. But then, more often than not, he's having an ass game. So that time, like, he's just out. I know Ronaldo's goal record is still superior to Messi, but guys, it's the GOAT argument is closed because every single top honor that you want is in Messi's hands. And a potential eighth Ballon d'Or is closing the gap, is like increasing the gap to three Ballon d'Ors to the next person, which is Ronaldo. Do you understand how mad that is? Eight Ballon d'Ors.
That's just mad.
Yo,
Seven
my
itself is a pretty big number. And if PSG perform well in UCL this season, I think
Yo,
therefore
I'm
gonna
not
get
gonna
it.
lie. If PSG don't have any sort of team chemistry problems, the players that they have coming back from the World Cup were like fourth place World Cup midfielder, not midfielder, fourth place World Cup defender Ashraf Hakimi is coming back. World Cup Golden Boot Kylian Mbappe is coming back. The GOAT is coming back, and a villain arc Neymar is coming back, who played
Yeah.
his ass off despite the injury. But my issue, and even Marquinhos, who missed a penalty, is obviously coming back. But also, I want to see like Ramos play well. I feel like, bro, it would be really nice for. It's just a nice group for someone who watches football in our generation for them to go ahead and win because players like Marquinhos are going to end up underrated, from our generation because he's
Yeah.
been consistently good for like what 7, 8 years now. I feel like he deserves a UCL.
And he's still
Uh,
pretty young somehow. So
yeah, he
that's
is.
how
He started
consistent
off
he
solid.
is.
Yeah,
Yep.
bro. A lot of the Brazilian centre backs start young, but they just build different. They play well.
Yeah.
Him, Eder Militao, Gabriel, even David Luiz from his Benfica days, but they're just FIFA monsters as well. They're just
Yep.
fun to watch. I hope PSG win a Champions League because imagine Messi actually wins the UCL and World Cup pretty much in the same season.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Bro.
madness.
Because like the whole vibe, like the whole idea for me, Messi winning a World Cup was so beautiful. And to watch it happen and the way it happened, and Messi scoring two goals in the final, apart from his penalty, of course, it's mad, bro. It's just so good. And I
It's
feel like,
it's the perfect fairy tale story, you can say. I
yeah,
never expected this to happen.
it's like
Last
everything that
World
had
Cup,
gone
after
wrong.
last World Cup, if you ask me if Argentina ever has a chance, I'll just laugh at your face.
Yep.
There was no scene because Argentina was so bad at that time. They had
Um,
very bad team chemistry. There was no
Mercado.
leader in the team. Mercado, oh my god. And even
Mercado.
the current players who were in that squad, Otamendi especially,
Otamendi was so
he
ass,
was
bro.
crap
That was,
back then.
yeah.
He pissed me off a lot,
I'm
especially
not saying
against
he
France.
completely redeemed himself for me in this World Cup or whatever, but he had a good partner with him too. You can't expect
Yeah,
someone to
Romero.
be
Yeah,
next. Bro, even like, see, Rafa Varane is looking shit week in, week out because he's not playing with his usual Ramos or Pepe. He's coming here and playing with, as much as he played well in this World Cup, he's still playing with Harry Maguire for Manchester United. So I'm like, it is what
Harry
it is.
Maguire is suited to a completely different style,
Bro,
literally
I'm telling
opposite style
you,
of defending.
I'm
So
literally
it's
telling
gonna
you,
be mad.
a low block team who can like still play some football, pass around or whatever. Watch Harry Maguire come back and play like beautiful football again. But the thing is, the fact won't be accepted by Man United board because 85 million when you spend on when you spend on a player, naturally you're like inclined to keep him because you're not gonna just sell him for peanuts now after paying so much. If he runs his contract out, it's a different thing. But a lot of Also, one more thing I would like to really say though, this happens after every World Cup. People buy into the World Cup hype and go and spend like mad amounts of money on players. Like clubs put mad amount of price tag on players. It's two things like like James, if you remember from 2014 when
Remember,
he ended
yeah,
up in World.
also Godza,
Goja, bro,
yeah,
Goja was a best
he
15
vanished.
cover,
Yep,
if you remember.
unreal hype he got. He scored the winning goal.
Yeah,
He's
but to
too
be
good.
fair, he got injury hit. Same with James. But
Yeah,
like James also had like good stints at Everton, first year at Bayern, where he was still sick, But I feel like people should really chill on the World Cup hype though a little because like five or six people are like all of a sudden going in for Enzo Fernandez or whatever. I'm like good, but make sure you're not overpaying. Someone like a Jude
yep,
Bellingham, I understand because Bellingham has been in transfer talk for a year and a half and he's not even 20 yet. I think, but like Bellingham has proven not just in this competition, but you just know he can play. So I understand that. I feel like even for a player like Enzo Fernandez or someone, it's good to play out this season in the club where he is at, like a Benfica or whatever. Try and win them the Portuguese league or something like that. Because if you come into a Premier League environment straight now, everyone is going to be on his ass, bro. Like a team like Liverpool
yeah,
or
yeah.
something who need a midfielder real bad. Imagine he comes in, and Liverpool have this horrible injury history to whoever joins, like pretty much gets injured. Like Arthur, do you even remember Arthur has signed for Liverpool? He ain't played a minute. I haven't seen him play a single minute, and like his plan is to come back soon, but like he's already gone. They signed him at the start of the season when they had an injury crisis in midfield, and he got injured in midfield.
He was in
So
UA, right? I'm not
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
Uh,
Bro, I really hope Arsenal do some good business in this one. Like we need a forward player in this window, and I think it'll happen. People saying Martinelli's contract will be extended. I think that's pretty much done. But yeah, all these things, keeping them in mind, like this January, I hope teams relax and not overpay and then put too much pressure because see, it's not the players' fault. They've played well, but if you are overpaying and then expecting them to do some stuff that they can't do, that's on you. It's like
yeah,
it's like when Man United, bro, Man United have paid 55 million for Aaron Van Bissaka. Uh, th- I mean, like, I understand the hype that time, but I watched Aaron Van Bissaka at Palace. Never, ever, ever would I have told you that he's a 55 million player.
he's a weird fullback. Even his skill set is kind of
Put him in
dodgy
the
for a fullback.
put him in the 90s. Put him in the 90s. He's top 10
Yeah,
in the world because he's just a very good 1v1 defender, but he can't
he's
cross
not a
for
modern
shit.
fullback at all.
Yeah, no,
He's
he can't
he's
cross for
really good at
shit.
1v1. Yeah, we'll give him that. But what about attack? You're not contributing shit for attack. Your
It's very
crossing
bad,
is just
man.
non-existent.
Those memes back in the day when Man United had the zebra kit and they were like Man United
Oh
made a
yeah,
zebra kit so they could teach Van Bissaka how to
that
cross.
was one of the biggest violations in a casual meme I've seen.
To be fair though, bro, he couldn't cross for shit, bro. I totally understand the
Yeah,
frustration to be fair. Like it's just bad. Like how you are starting fullback for Manchester bloody United and you can't cross a ball. People say like that's not what he can do. I'm like, he should be able to.
a fullback should be able to cross. That's like their main attribute. At least the
Yeah.
modern fullbacks.
Yeah. No,
He's
see,
not. He's not a
no,
fullback
fullbacks have
who's staying
always been
behind,
a
right?
crossing. Fullbacks have always been known for their crossing because you can't just pull everything. This is modern football. We have to break stereotypes. I'm like, bro, okay, but then what do you want them to do? Play around in midfield? Not there are different sorts of fullbacks. Like people will say, how you talking? Zinchenko plays so much in midfield. I'm like, does that mean Zinchenko can't cross? Have you seen Zinchenko crossing? It's so good.
Cutbacks count as crossing.
Exactly,
Cutbacks
and
are
he's
a
one of
part
the
of
best at
crossing.
that.
Crossing just doesn't mean you're giving header to your strikers.
Yeah,
It means distribution in general from the flank area. That's the
yeah.
main.
Also, I
definition
feel
of
like
crossing.
Man United and a lot of the US owners, apart from Arsenal now, thankfully, have this weird ass like American sports model of like buying a star to satisfy their fans, you know. I feel like football fans can really see through all that and tell them that the superstar is not what we need. A name is not what we need. We need a fit based player. Like Man United have done this so much, bro. Donny van de Beek, Bai, Zlatan, Casemiro. Like I know Casemiro can still play well, but Casemiro is a player who's going to play well. Doesn't mean he's fitting your system or whatever.
Yeah.
Then Harry Maguire. I'm like, bro, you signed all these guys and Jadon Sancho, bro. You made the most coldest winger on the planet look like cold in terms of NBA, bro. You iced him out. He's over, and now they say he's not physically fit to play. That's why he's training alone and stuff. I'm like, how bad of a fall off was Jadon Sancho? I told that he would be, he won't be a good signing, but the level of bum football that Sancho has played is not even funny. Because I wanted to see him play for England or whatever. Bro, how are you scoring lesser goals than William Saliba? He's just come back to the league.
Or it's just end product in general. Even he wasn't assisting as well. He
No,
wasn't
yeah, that was his
creating a lot
game.
of key chances whatsoever. It was just like he was filling the right wing spot, just pressure now and then, do
Yeah.
some easy back passes. That's it.
He gets 2 nutmegs or whatever. I'm like,
Oh
okay, oh,
yeah,
sick.
complete
Where did
few flashy moves.
Where did that lead to, bro? Play as I'm sure Man United are a club who want to play football to win games. I'm sure they don't want a team that is good to look at on Instagram Reels
They don't deserve
because
how they are right now. They are a team which is supposed to be at the top.
yeah,
Now they're literally just an internet meme, and it's pretty
it's
jarring.
not just now like pretty much them and Arsenal, but Arsenal, there's always been a sense of if this goes well, it can, you know, really and we didn't spend obscene amounts on any player apart from say Pepe, who didn't work out. I'm saying, like, I feel like the amount they spent on Lacazette was like all right. I mean, you can go either ways, worth it or not. Aubameyang, I feel like the money we spent was worth it for good like 2 years or 3 years. But again, those were fit based players for at least those managers. Now, this one, like Arteta's system is purely just players for the system. No name wise signing at all. Although not saying all his signings are like beautiful, everything worked out or something. We all saw Willian play for Arsenal, horrible. But like we still like changed. Like, Man United, I don't see it happening at all. Like Anthony, and every year we have to sit there and listen to one good Man United academy product being the next big thing, being better than Saka.
You remember how gassed Man U fans were when Ronaldo was gonna get signed? Oh
Oh
my
my
god, I
god.
won't remember that. I mean, I won't
I
forget
was
that.
gassed for them because I thought that Ronaldo was
Yeah,
gonna have a coasting year, and then Sancho and Varane are gonna play well
but we forgot
because
that age was gonna catch up very soon. He was already
uh,
36 back then when he was
yeah, but
signed.
like I think our perception of Ronaldo took a dip because of Manchester United for sure.
Yep, where clearly is. Also, with this recent interview, he pretty much created a
Bro,
dent in his
I
legacy.
ain't ever seen anyone do that, bro. Anyone of that stature, like calling out an organization in that way. I've never seen anyone do. You know who I'd expect that to like happen from, even while they're on their team. It would be like an NBA player or whatever. I'd still like accept it somewhat. Like for Ronaldo, I feel like for the amount of media training that he might have undergone, I think he has just gone. He's just like chuck everything. I don't give a damn.
My
I'm
career
just
is
gonna do what.
important. My
Yeah,
ego is important.
but bro, this is a big L for his career. Let's just be honest.
It
Like
is.
for his stature, this is such a big hit. I'm like, nah,
When you're
this is just
contending
sad.
to be the GOAT, you can't do stupid shit like this, right? How do you
Bro,
expect this to help your
already was
career?
a losing game for Ronaldo, because in terms of the
Was
GOAT argument, like, bro, anyone who watches football should know that Messi's influence on a team, and Messi being on the pitch or off the pitch for a team, how much it affects the team. Everybody knows that. And like that's just facts that Messi is an overall better football player than Cristiano Ronaldo. If you don't agree, bro, I'm playing like, just shut up, bro. That's just dumb.
just,
If
I
you
think you should watch more football. You'll realize.
no, I mean, bro, I like Ronaldo from Man United in his first spell. Everybody liked that Ronaldo, okay. And I'm not saying like, I'm not taking any credibility off of him. But when you compare anyone with anyone, if people are gonna pick favorites, obviously. But like there's just some pure facts. Like I love LeBron, but he has a negative record in championship games, right? He is 4 for 6 in finals. That's why I have to maybe accept that MJ is the GOAT, because even though he might have not played as many years, he doesn't have as much longevity. And like also, the fear factor and everything. But that is different thing. Okay? LeBron has more longevity. Do you think Ronaldo has more longevity than Messi? You think this 35-year-old Lionel Messi is 20 times better than 35-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yes, man. Messi has adapted his game properly. I've seen him change his game since
Yeah.
he went through that ACL injury back in 2016.
Everyone talks about Ronaldo's knee injury also. Like, what's so then Messi didn't have kidney stones
Messi
or
had
what?
an
Messi
ACL, which
didn't.
was
Messi
pretty
had an
bad.
ACL.
He lost all his pace after that one
Okay, I won't
injury.
say all his pace. He lost a good chunk of like
A
his
good
pace.
chunk, yeah, a good chunk. That he literally had to change his whole play style right at the end.
Yeah,
That was the reason this walking Messi thing became a meme first place. That
yeah,
injury was the main reason. He
yeah.
stopped running a lot because he wanted to save his stamina for attacking.
But bro, really, Messi was the first. Like watching every other. So when I wasn't understanding football, watching different players and then watching Messi was so different, because watching Messi and watching De Bruyne, even Ozil maybe, but for me, De Bruyne and Messi are two people who convinced me that dribbling is not about sprinting and then being shifty with the ball. It's about moving the ball where there is no prayer for the opposition to touch the ball. It's like, so what are you gonna do? If when he drops the shoulder, it's over. It's like if I stand and do 900 step overs over the ball, I'm going nowhere, right?
Yep.
It's like people think that skill is not Anthony or like that, bro. Even Neymar is the perfect, like, Neymar, I feel like, is a perfect balance between like all the flair in the world with actual like efficiency in dribbling. Neymar,
Even
bro,
Neymar is right now, like he doesn't totally spam skill moves if you see.
no,
It's
he
not like
doesn't.
how he was before, in the Barcelona days.
Yeah,
He would just spam random skill moves, trying
yeah,
to get past opponents.
yeah.
And he's trying to adapt his game. And I think that's what is important to.
I'll tell you what, for me, it's much better to watch players who have the game IQ to quickly turn their defender without doing much of like skills
Yep.
or whatever. It's about what you do. The once you get away, I mean, they can't, bro. Everybody knows how sexy the feel is when a player is able to absolutely, when a winger especially is able to absolutely turn his fullback, and then he's off and then the fullback is not catching him at all. That's why love to sit there and watch players like, obviously it's again gonna sound biased, but Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, Saka, Martinelli, all of these guys, like, you are not, as soon as they get past you, you're not catching them. It's pretty much over. Even, bro, watch Wilfred Zaha, bro. Sometimes when Zaha is at the peak of
Oh
his
yeah.
game, the way he moves. I mean, see, Villa Jack Grealish is one more where you don't need to spam pace or whatever. That was again very good. But like in Premier League, obviously it's not as nice to watch because you dribble past two people, the third person is like just coming to clart your leg off. That's just how it is. That's why Grealish and Zaha and Saka are the most fouled players. And even Messi gets fouled a lot. Like but you've seen how much Messi used to get his shirt pulled back in the day because he's
Yeah,
gone.
he still does.
Yeah,
Pretty sure we
him.
can see a lot of stills where in the World Cup where Messi's shirt has been pulled.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, and people used to, we used to have this argument like every stat has to be better for like Messi or every stat has to be better for Ronaldo. No, it's not how it is. Like, I'll agree that maybe Ronaldo has more power behind the shot, but how much
Ronaldo
does
is
that
better
account
than
for?
Messi in a lot of things. We are not
Yeah,
denying that, but
yeah,
that doesn't mean Messi can't be the GOAT, right?
yeah.
GOAT is a
He's just
different
not the
argument.
better footballer. That's just how it is. I don't think Ronaldo's game IQ is as much as Messi's. I
It's
just
not.
go out and say that.
It
A
is. It
lot of
is
people's
pretty.
game
It
IQ
is
is not
pretty
as
high, but not as good, of course.
it's a lot of people say so game IQ is not just flicking the ball up and then putting your hand like this and then taking it away or whatever. That's not game IQ. Bro, again, I could do that, but I'm just like, what did that lead to? That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't.
So
I
I guess
don't know
like the
why
GOAT
people
argument,
get wowed by
it's
such
just
useless
shoky, bro.
skills.
But for me,
Yeah.
let's just say the GOAT argument is over. Uh, let's do one thing though. I'll give so the awards that they gave on the final day, obviously. Emi Martinez won the best goalkeeper, pretty much the Golden Glove. Messi won the Golden Ball, only person to win it twice again. Crazy. Mbappe won the Golden Boot. Then Enzo Fernandez won the Young Player of the Year. If these guys didn't exist, who would you give these awards to?
Oh, that would be pretty sick to think about. But
Yeah.
Golden
Also, also,
Ball.
also with the golden boot thing, with the golden boot and the golden ball thing, exclude Mbappe and Messi because they two are pretty much fighting for both the things on the
Yeah,
last.
we exclude all the players, right, who won
Yeah,
these awards.
yeah,
So Golden Ball. I mean, this is a very tough award to bag. Uh, I would give someone from France itself.
hmm.
Maybe Griezmann.
Griezmann. I mean, it's a very
Griezmann
good pick.
again.
Griezmann has been the glue for the team. I feel like I know it's gonna sound crazy, but is it crazy though? Uh, I'm just trying to think, bro, because I feel like I could really give that to Giroud, because he scored
Giroud.
such, yeah. Like I feel like Golden Bow. I don't know about the Golden Bow. Who had the most goals up? I think it was Giroud only, right? Most goals apart
I think
from,
Giroud was up there. He was.
yeah. I
Golden
feel
Boot,
like,
he could be the one. But
yeah,
Golden Ball, it's not only about the goals, right? At the end.
it is the best player of the tournament, but
Yeah,
goals are a big factor in it. I feel like,
it
yeah,
is.
actually, you know what? I agree. Golden Boot, Giroud, Golden Ball, Griezmann, because Griezmann was the glue of that team.
Griezmann offers everything. He presses mad. His work rate is unreal.
Yeah,
And he's pretty much holding up the whole attack. He's the
exactly.
one combining with
He is proper glue for
Mbappe, with
those two.
Giroud, and Dembele as well. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I think those ones are Golden Glove. I think it's a bit obvious who should get it if it wasn't for him.
It was the Croatian goalkeeper.
Is it? No, I was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking Bono, bro, Morocco's goalkeeper.
No, I think even Croatia's goalkeeper did a madness, right?
Yeah, Livakovic was
And
good,
we should
but
also see how Croatia won third place.
yeah, I thought they would take into account clean sheets a lot more, but they uh, obviously took the best goalkeeper of the tournament in just overall. So yeah, Emmy had to be there. I actually remember when I was watching the World Cup final outside, like at a place. It was like a restaurant, okay. And then when they were giving the awards, so there's this woman, okay. I think she's clearly a French fan, and she's going. So as soon as the awards started getting announced, I think when young player of the tournament got announced, everyone was like Saka, Saka, Chouameni, Saka, Chouameni, Saka. That was pretty much what I was hearing. And then when Enzo Fernandez is also obviously up there, but then when Enzo Fernandez got in, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, he won the World Cup. He
I
was
mean, they
pretty
still
okay.
gotta give it to one of the finalists, first of all. It
Yeah,
can be
that's
Saka
fine.
because he didn't make it. It's just
But
how it
like,
is, right?
yeah, but yeah, overall, because why that was the case is because like which is like the leading sports newspaper or something in France, they put Saka in the team of the tournament for the whole tournament, along with Mbappe and Messi as the frontline attacker. So I was like, okay, makes sense. Maybe they'd give Saka because he was very sick throughout the tournament. I don't think it's
Was
wrong to say that Saka was England's best player at the tournament. So that was I feel like okay, maybe that's fine though. So when Enzo Fernandez won, it's fine. And then this lady lost her shit when Emmy won the thing though. Because they're like, it's like Bono, obviously Bono. And she's like screaming at the TV. And then when Bono didn't win,
okay.
and then like Emmy won, he's like, okay, okay then,
But
okay.
yeah, it has to be the finalists.
Yeah.
They're the ones who won the whole tournament, so
I feel like also I feel
makes
like the
sense.
players who are eliminated, I don't think a lot of them would like to come and watch the finals. Like some of them obviously would come and watch for the occasion or whatever. But when you're eliminated, that pain is there. Like I remember Van Dijk. Now we know Van Dijk is a fan of Messi or whatever. But you know when Van Dijk pretty much told that uh, about the World Cup final, he's like, I don't care. I'm not gonna watch anymore. We are eliminated. So like, why would I care? And so there's no point in pretty much like inviting them all the way over to accept the award or whatever. Because also it's never guaranteed, right? Imagine you invited Saka, but then Enzo Fernandez scored a 40-yard screamer from somewhere to like win the whole final. What do you do then? You still give it to
Yeah,
Enzo
that's
Fernandez, right?
also a mad point to notice. It's
Yeah.
got to be one of the
And
finalists.
then if
And
you give to Saka, people will be like robbed. They gave Saka because British
yeah,
tax. I'm like, come on. Also,
but yeah, the Golden Glove, I think Emmy totally deserved it for
yeah, yeah,
the
no,
amount
at the
of
end,
clutch saves he has pulled.
yeah,
He deserves it. It's not
including
only
the
about the
100,
clean.
including the last save
Yeah,
in
that was
regulation time.
one of the most horrific moments in the
Oh,
tournament.
bro, man, I was like, as soon as that save happened, I told my friends, I was like, this World Cup final is over. Argentina are gonna win. They're like, how can you even say they dropped a final? I'm like, bro, this is a Higuain moment, and when shit like this happens, it only ends one other way. It's just over. I'm like, that's just how it's gonna end.
The main
Um,
reason is he's gonna go with the confidence to Pence, with that
keepers,
confidence of saving the last
keepers,
shot.
keepers who are high on confidence are absolute worst to face.
Damn menace.
Yeah. And a guy who's already a menace like Emi Martinez, who celebrates
Yeah.
when he makes saves, when he especially celebrates when he makes penalty saves. He's one of the best penalty shot stoppers in the world. He's up there with one of the best goalkeepers in the world now, also. So yeah, and that's just how it was gonna go. So with young player, obviously, as I said, my candidate would be Saka. Who would you have picked then? Would you have picked like gone the other way and
Young
picked
player.
Chouameni or whatever?
Germany. No, no way. No see.
I actually
He
feel like
has been
Chouameni.
he has been solid throughout the tournament, but he's kind of one-dimensional, I feel. He sticks to the position of holding midfielder alone. That's it.
Which I
His
feel like
impact in
is
the game is
good.
not that.
Which I feel
He
like
is
is
good.
sometimes good
It
because
is.
a lot of players try to do more than what their role is, and then they might give the ball away or whatever when it's not in the tactics. I don't like it when you go out of your role and just mess up. It's
Yeah,
just
you don't
bad.
need to
Like,
always go out of it. But at the end, Chouameni ends up being a role player, right? He's a very
yeah,
good
of
role
course.
player for
Yeah, of
France.
course. Yeah.
But Enzo's someone who outperformed. No one expected this from Enzo. Even the manager didn't start him at all, right, at the start. It's
Yeah,
that goal which he made against, who was it, Mexico,
Mexico. Yeah.
that got him the starting, you know, decision to just start him for all the matches. And I think that's what is important
Also,
while you get this
he
trophy.
moves well with the ball. So
He doesn't lose the ball at all. It's
yeah.
mad.
I feel like he has a good future, but I really hope he plays the rest of the season out with Benfica instead of making that
Yeah.
straight big step to even what are the leading targets, bro? Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Liverpool. You're in a high pressure environment in
There were
all
rumors
three.
that he already agreed a pre-contract with Liverpool. We
Bro,
don't know.
bro, you gotta be a real brave man and you gotta step up whatever happens, Real Madrid. Oh wow, some news has come in right now. It's
What is it?
related to Messi. Apparently, it's Fabrizio Romano has tweeted PSG reached a verbal agreement with Lionel Messi to extend the contract. It's a verbal pact to continue together. No decision yet on length of the contract. Okay, Fabrizio can't spell length and salary. It will be decided in a new meeting soon. Al Khalafi and Campos working on it.
Hey,
I
that's a really good news for me, to be honest. What do
I
you
like the
feel?
decision. I like the decision. I like that Messi staying in Paris.
I want him to see. I mean, I want me to see him play at the top level for as long as
Yes,
he can.
and
MLS would
I
be disastrous.
nah MLS or anywhere else would be. A return to Barcelona also I wouldn't like because I feel like it's time for Barca to move on. I feel like it's a
Yeah,
good
they
direction.
gotta move on. They gotta rebuild. That's their main
Yeah.
aim. It's not to revert whatever.
Guys, going back to someone ain't as easy, okay? And like Messi, I understand that like the romance factor is there between Barcelona and Messi, but it is very, very, very good if you can rebuild after your best player leaves. And I feel like once that happens, I think Messi doesn't need it, bro, to come back to Barcelona and again do
Yeah,
a
he
second
doesn't
step
need
or
it.
whatever.
And even though Barcelona at the moment might need it, on the long run, I think it's better to take momentary L's and
I
just build a
say
foundation.
I won't even call it an L. Why? Let me tell you, because when you are a team which is like maybe almost like failing to reach your objectives, don't go back and do something like this because that means that you are giving up on your project, and never give up on a rebuild project when you can show some signs of promise is
When
my
you've made
philosophy.
progress, especially,
It's
you don't
not
need to
like
abandon it.
it's not like it's not like you have it's like not like you finished outside the top four or anything. It's not like you didn't qualify for the Champions League every single season. Messi hasn't been there. I'm not saying that should be the levels you stoop down to, but I'm saying it's not the end of the world. You are up there. You're pretty much challenging, and you might fall off later. Barca are in the lead for the championship right now, right? So it's good.
Yeah.
Just go ahead with the same model and see where it all goes. That's all. Because at the end, if it works out, you're not then stuck with a 36, 37-year-old player who doesn't appreciate your club and thinks that the jacuzzi is still the old one and the chefs haven't changed or whatever.
I think we took enough dig at Ronaldo though
Yo,
this episode.
I don't want to, man, but like he's said
Yeah,
such stupid
we are not
stuff that
even these.
I can't forget.
We are not even these Messi fanboys who just hate Ronaldo. I have a lot of respect for Ronaldo.
I'm a Messi fanboy, but I'm not a Ronaldo hater.
Exactly.
I'm not one of those.
That was when I was a kid, back when I first
He's dead.
started seeing Messi. You have to hate on
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo just to prove that Messi is better. But
Yeah.
yeah, those
They
days
don't
are
even
gone.
play for Real and Barca anymore, so it's just pointless. I am
Yeah.
now one of these Pendu, Diver, Fernando, and
Yeah.
all this.
Pendu. We
Pendu,
always
like
laugh at how Pendu
bro,
listed, but
Pendu.
how does it make sense? But yeah,
Bro,
I think we should
Pendu
be
is the dumbest
grateful
shit
to
ever.
see these two have this rivalry. It's something
as
we're not gonna witness anytime soon.
no. I don't like Mbappe and Haaland comparisons also. Like they are
It's
so different.
it doesn't give the same punch that Ronaldo and
And I'll
Messi
also say that
gave.
Haaland will probably never have the amount of overall pressure that Kylian is going to face throughout his career, because he's a world champion at 19 and he plays for France.
Yep.
And when you play for France, you're just going to feel the pressure also. See, when Mbappe came, instant Mbappe. So when this is when Mbappe was 17, 18. Instantly, everyone was like, next Henri, next Henri, next Henri. This kid is the next Henri. And then I'd say Kylian can surpass Henri. Maybe in some people's eyes, he already has. I feel like Mbappe has to win a Champions League to really cement his legacy. And I feel like he can make a true case for the GOAT argument. But I don't want to put too much pressure on him, because to replicate this guy's legacy is mad. I want to know a quick real stat before we go, okay? If you score or assist, so if you score and assist, basically if you have a 70 goals and assist season, for 16 consecutive seasons, you will have 1,120 goal contributions. Lionel Messi at this point in his career has 1,132. So you have 16 consecutive 17 GA seasons and you still can't catch up to someone. He is the GOAT.
Can we talk about how mad 70G is? You can't be like assists, just add up the numbers. Do you know how tough it is to get assists? It depends on your teammates as well.
When you talk about Premier League fandom, there's two seasons that everyone highlights, okay, above everything else. Kevin De Bruyne's season and then Henry's season, where they both had 40 GAs, okay? Henry scored like 22 and assisted 20 or something like that. And then De Bruyne didn't score as many, but got 20 assists. Bro, the gap between those two was 17 or 16 years. It's not going to happen as often, okay? And then Lionel Messi, as I said, you need 16 consecutive years of 70 GA, which is pretty, whatever waste league you go to and you try to stat pad, you're still not going to make that. And Messi played in La Liga when La Liga was the best league in the world for a stretch of 8-9 years or something like that.
Yep.
And he was in a team competing with Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world, and he did that. 92 goals in a calendar year. My bloody club doesn't score that all the time.
And he's not a pure scorer as well.
That's and he's not a scorer. He's not a striker.
A lot of people, talk about how Ronaldo has lots of ways of scoring. He can head the ball. He can use both his feet. But shouldn't that mean that he should score a lot more than Messi? At 1,000 games, the stats still show that Messi has more goals.
Messi has more goals. Messi has more goals and about 120 something more assists too.
Yeah, that's just
unreal. People think that assists is not the same as goals. Bro, you're creating for other players. So what? It's not Messi's fault that he plays with good players or whatever, but it doesn't mean that getting assists is easy. Assists is not a single pass and run away. In a lot of these assists, Messi is probably dribbling past 2 or 3 people, laying it off to one of these guys who's just finishing it in the back of the net. Bro, this has been such a beautiful career, so good to watch, and we have seen peak Messi for so long. And it's just from 2014, the horrifying image of him looking at the world, like it's so bad to like think of at that time when Messi is looking down from down, he's looking up at the World Cup thinking what could have been, to then now seeing him lift the World Cup is just so beautiful, bro. And for people who think like, how can you celebrate someone else's victory for so long? I'm like, bro, it's so beautiful. Like to see him win for me was the best thing. And like, I don't care about anyone else winning this World Cup. As I said at the start, I just wanted to see him win. And I'm so glad that he won, because years and years of, first of all, waiting for Messi to win a Copa America was a long wait for us.
It was a very long, painful wait. And finals after finals. Oh my God.
And losing in pen shootouts, one where he missed two.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
and then
That's
finally him just winning it on penalties was also great. And perfect tribute to Maradona too, of course. And then,
sadly he isn't still there, but he couldn't see
yeah,
Messi winning for Argentina. It's kind of
yeah.
sad, but
But
it is what it is.
I'm pretty sure that, if like prayers are a thing, it would have reached by now. And then Messi just, it's just a perfect tribute, bro. That two guys who, and like Messi took a team or whatever, like he led this young team. I like this World Cup. This is pretty much one of the best this is the best World Cup in my eyes ever. But then Maradona, I think, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, might be rumors, but Maradona, I think he played the finals with his ankle was so bad. Someone said it was like a lemon, pretty much. Those big ass lemons. That's how badly his ankle was swollen. And playing through that and then winning a World Cup. And then Messi turned up, bro. He scored as well twice, including once in extra time for someone who chokes in
He
finals. I don't know
outperformed
where
his
you get that
whole
reputation from.
he outperformed his whole previous World Cup stats
Yeah.
combined in
And
one
he's
single tournament.
35. He's
He's
35.
35. But yeah, credit should be given to the whole Argentina team, of course. Lot of
Starting with
players turned
Scaloni.
up. Scaloni, yeah, what a manager. He
Youngest
was
manager in the
always
World Cup.
composed. He was never clueless at any point. If you guys remember the previous World Cup, what was his name? I forgot.
Sampaoli. Jorge
Sampaoli.
Sampaoli.
Oh my God. That ball tattooed.
Bro, I hate him, bro.
He pissed me off.
Yo,
He
didn't
was
he ask
clueless.
Messi? Didn't he ask Messi what to do in the
Yeah,
2018 World
there
Cup
was
game against
there
them?
was news going around that Messi and Mascherano are part of this senior committee where they are managing the tactics. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure that's true too, and that's
Yeah.
just embarrassing for the coach. This is not how a coach should be who's running for the World Cup. But yeah,
Yeah.
Scaloni really outed himself. Lot of game-changing substitutions we have seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, even the players,
But you know
the
what?
few players who turned up.
Shout out to Deschamps too. His changes in the finals was so sick.
Deschamps is a sick manager.
I think he's
The
gonna leave though.
last World
I
Cup,
do get a feeling maybe I think he's gonna leave this French national team now. He told even if he won the final, there was gonna be a consideration of his future. So Deschamps, bro, crazy. Euro 16 finals, and then he went and won the World Cup. He won the Nations League, right? And I think he won the Nations League. He beat Spain in
okay.
some final. I think that's the Nations League. I don't really remember. And then, of course, another World Cup final. Sad that he didn't win a Euro though, but I'm pretty sure that he'll still be happy as one of the like three players to win the World Cup as a player and as a manager. So yeah, that's great for him.
He's really sick.
This World Cup just
2018 World Cup,
perfect cap
he
off.
really did well. No one was, at the start of the tournament at least, no one was expecting France to win. They were
No,
in the
I
favorites.
told they would be sick, but I didn't expect them to be
Not as much
good.
as winning World Cup, right? So
Because I didn't expect Mbappe to like show everyone that he's that sick that
yeah,
early.
he
I
had
told
to turn up.
everyone knew.
He had to turn up during Argentina's knockout game.
Yeah, but bro,
I remember watching
That's
it
the
live.
moment. That's the moment. And like after a few years, we might sit and say when Kylian is about to retire, how his legacy started when he was 19. He's like a region of Henry, and he's like a region of Ronaldo for us. Not just Cristiano
His
Ronaldo, but
legacy
Ronaldo.
started at the biggest stage in
Yeah,
football.
he's going to be the greatest
That's
World
really
Cup player of
special.
all time, as I've said, because he
He
scored
could
12 in 14. And 12, I think. Yeah, I think he scored 12 in 14,
I
which is
think after
equal
the
to Pele's
finals,
record.
it's even more.
No, it is 12 in 14 after the finals.
Okay.
So pretty much if he scores 4 more throughout the next how many ever World Cups he plays, he equals closer's record, and every goal he scores over that, he overtakes his record. I feel like Mbappe is the sort of guy who will score 20 goals in World Cup. And that's just mad because he has played 2 World Cups and he has played every single game in all the World Cups till now. And he has played 7 each. Just a
Also,
goal
we gotta assume that
in
he
every game.
stays in the same form. He doesn't take
I
a
think he
mad
will.
dip.
I think he will because he
He
is
could,
not one of those players.
because to maintain his level of gameplay, he has to put a lot of work in. It's not like he's naturally talented to, just find spaces or just score
Pressure,
in general.
but I feel like he has good game IQ though. I know that for sure. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, he does, but he needs that physicality, right? His main game depends on his physical attributes, his
I
pace,
feel like he's a sort of
dribbling.
guy, and that's why I said no, the Henry archetype, because he should really combine whatever those physical gifts are with proper, like, because bro, he gets away, you can't catch him, bro. Like, he's not everyone's like, I don't believe he's a full pace spammer, because I know he can cut in and just blast things
He's
from
very
anywhere.
techy with his dribbling
Yeah,
as well. That's what scares me the most.
it's good. It's
Basically,
good.
if you play a high line against him, you're gone.
Curtains.
It's guaranteed goals from Mbappe.
Yeah. Now,
This is
knowing
why
that Messi
Argentina
is staying
chose to
at
play
PSG,
the mid block.
I really hope Mbappe plays out his contract at PSG then, considering Messi is there. I really hope that they come together as a team
I
and then
hope
absolutely
they don't
don't
have some
beef.
beef. Yep, please don't.
I don't think they will.
Mbappe,
I feel
honestly,
like,
though, he should be trying to learn from Messi. Even though his idol is a rival of Messi, that shouldn't stop him from just improving his own
but
play.
Mbappe does acknowledge Messi all the time. You remember in
He
that
does.
interview where Mbappe goes that Lionel Messi is the best player in the world. It's really easy to play with Messi. I know he understands the value of both Ronaldo and
It could
Messi.
it could still be for the cameras, but after this World Cup is what I'm talking about mainly.
But I
There
think
shouldn't be any beef.
if knowing Mbappe, how good he understands how a team spirit should be and whatever it is, I feel like Mbappe should always know that for him to play with Messi is much better for than playing with Ronaldo.
He could. I
Because
don't think he could be playing alongside Ronaldo at all.
no, if
This exists
Ronaldo
too
does
much
join
clash.
PSG, if Ronaldo does join PSG, we'll see, I guess, because then because I feel like, bro, I mean, I feel like Messi is the sort of dude who would make Ronaldo better, but like even at this age,
You never know.
yeah.
But
But
where will Ronaldo start though? Unless Neymar leaves, I don't see anything happening.
unless you completely go like full attack or whatever, and then just actually there is one way you can fit everyone in, is if you play Neymar in that left attacking mid role, Messi has to go back to the right wing, and then
Yo,
Mbappe on the left,
the
Ronaldo
defense
has
is
to play up
tragic
front.
though. The
Yeah,
defense is
no,
very tragic.
there is no press from there is
Yeah,
no
there's no
press
press
from
at
three
all.
people in the front line,
Right
four
now
people in the
itself,
front line.
PSG are putting a lot of risk by not having, by starting all three, Neymar,
Also,
Mbappe, and Messi.
they have all these midfielders where it's like, Soler and Verratti.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they really have to press.
yeah,
Verratti, madness. He's very underrated, by the way.
yeah, bro. Yeah, I feel like when he retires, people will understand the value of Verratti.
I
Thing
was
is, no,
thinking, I was thinking the other day how he's literally Messi, but who chose to go in the
as
defensive direction.
I, bro, that's why I'm telling. No, I want PSG to win UCL just so that you can have something to show the future generation who are such like trophy like hogs all the time. They're like, but he didn't win the Champions League. I'm like, do you know? Did you watch them play?
Yep,
I really
it's kind of
want
sad.
a Champions League for PSG so that we can really show that like this is Marquinhos, this is Verratti. These are really good players who can play, who can really go out and play, and that's why they're like champions of Europe or whatever. I really hope it happens. That's the goal for this season, I guess. But football pretty much for Messi it's completed, but for a lot of the people, football is just like starting or whatever. A lot of new eyes on the sport too. Good to watch. But then, yeah, it's been a good podcast talking about football. It never gets old.
There's still a lot more to
A
talk,
lot.
but we can't keep going on in one episode.
Yeah,
So I
it
think we
is.
might we could make a second part,
Yeah,
not
and it's
about the
just two
World
people.
Cup.
Yeah, Is it? I mean, we started about the World Cup, but we pretty much went into football. I knew this would
Yeah.
happen, but it is what it is because, bro, that is one of those things you can have. Sport, because there's a lot of ifs and buts and all this, so you never know. Conversation always goes on the other side, even though it's just two people. It's fine because we talk about football a lot, so yeah, might as well. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And we will come back with the next one. I think maybe pretty soon, and maybe it'll be more again, not sport based, but we have to do one for this guy's sake, bro. Come on, like he is one of World
Yeah,
Cup.
we
That's
had
never
to.
gonna happen in your lifetime ever again. You're never gonna see a player like Messi ever again.
This is historical. Whatever this World Cup was,
That's why it's the greatest.
it's not gonna repeat.
I'm gonna leave my channel's video about this World Cup probably being the
Oh yeah,
greatest of
sure.
all time on the description, so you can go watch that as well. Comment Bobo, get a chance to win this, and you know what? Actually, if someone actually doesn't really like actually know them, I know I'm not giving this hat. No, no, but just comment. I thought about it for a half a second. I'm like, nah, I'm not giving that hat.
Go
Anyway,
back.
guys. Again, I keep saying anyway, bro, this cancer
This
needs to
habit,
stop,
this habit
bro.
will never
It's
die.
so bad.
This
Like
habit will
it's
never die.
been years now. It's been years now, and it's not going. You can check out
I
some
think
of the
for
other videos as
context,
well.
you guys should look at the old videos where he
I'll
did
leave,
something
I'll
called
leave, I'll
PayCS.
leave the, I'll leave the PayCS
Yeah,
speak one in description. You know, let them
just
just watch it.
just count the number of times man says. Anyways, guys, we'll see you next time. Stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
but as usual, we gotta end with a bye only, I guess, because this shit don't end properly at all.